Hi class, this is course 3, lesson 5, fractional parts. Please make sure you have a title at the top of your page and we'll begin. This should be review for most of you. Fractions describe parts of a group. So if you have a fraction like 2/5, you have numerator is the top, denominator is the bottom, and a numerator describes the number of parts that are selected or that you have. Okay, and the 5 on the bottom is the number of equal parts that item, that group has been divided into. To find the fraction of a group, divide the denominator and multiply it by the numerator. So I have an example here for you. Please make sure that you write this in your notes. In a group of 30 students, 1/3 of them are boys. How many students are boys? Okay, so we need to take that fraction, 1/3 times 30. And you can either multiply the numerators and then divide by the denominator, or divide by the denominator first. Okay, and so since that's what the book tells you to do, that's what I'm going to do. Divide by the numerator, so 30 divided by 3 is going to give us 10. And then multiply by the numerator times 1 is going to be 10. So our answer in a group of 30 students, if 1/3 of them are boys, how many are boys? Well, we have 10 boys. Okay, now if we need to arrange fractions, one way that we can do it, and this is very early on, I know that you can get a common denominator, but a real quick way to do it is to compare the fraction to a half. So you ask a question of yourself, is the fraction less than 1/2, equal to 1/2, or more than 1/2? Okay, so some of you might be able to do this real quick just by looking at it, but maybe you need to draw a picture. So if we have these fractions here, 3/10, 3/6, and 3/4, and we want to arrange them from least to greatest, we can model what that looks like. So if we have equal shapes, we can divide these into equal groups. So I need 10 equal groups in this one. Okay, well, they're not equal, they're close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 3 tells me how many I have selected. So I need to shade in 3 of them. Okay, so that represents 3/10. 3/6, I would need to divide this into 6 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have 3 of them. Okay. 3/4, I have 4 equal groups, and I have 3 of them. Okay, so now by visually looking at these fractions, at the models, you should be able to arrange them from least to greatest. Is 3/10 more than 1/2, less than 1/2, or is it exactly half? Well, it would be less than 1/2. 3/6, hopefully you realize that that is equal to 1/2. And 3/4, that's clearly more than 1/2. Okay, so to arrange these fractions from least to greatest, you would put the 1/2 right in the middle, so 3/6. The less than 1/2 would go to the left, 3/10, and then more than 1/2 would go on the right, so 3/4. So, trick question, because you didn't have to actually do anything, but now you know what they're asking you to do. Not asking you to make common denominators yet. Can you? Absolutely, if you're comfortable with that skill. But this is another way to do it. Okay, that's it for lesson 5. I will see you in class.